Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced, they are not releasing this week. And as always, I do not do limited game stuff since they're always covered in Monday's video, and there's no point repeating myself, so let's have a look at what's recently been announced. Deathmatch Love Comedy is a visual novel that's finally going to be getting an English translation when it releases physically next year in February on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. It's been out in Japan for a while, and reviews for that version haven't exactly been stellar, but what's interesting about it is that this was written by the same person as Raging Loop, which I've heard is a bit of an underrated visual novel gem, and it's been translated by the same team as that one too. Fingers crossed it'll be good, or at least better than the Japanese reviews seem to suggest. Nine Souls is not technically a new announcement since it was announced like last year, but after almost 12 months of silence, it's been re-announced with all the details that it's releasing in April next year. Still a while to go, but it is going to be a big hit. It's a highly requested physical release, so much so I dedicated a whole video to its announcement a few days ago, so you can watch that if you want all the full details on the collector's edition and stuff. But yeah, this is a big Metroidvania that a good few people say rivals Hollow Knight, which is a bold comparison. And if you want to pre-order it or any of the games in this video, then please consider using the links I put in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible, and I do truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. VGP are a really nice company, and they have free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks, like 54 American dollars, not that much. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection is releasing physically on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X on March 13th. Sadly, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a game key release. To think that the series was brought to life and flourished on Nintendo consoles, but it's resorted to a game key for this brand new entry in the franchise. It's incredibly sad, but this game is a bit like a bigger budget Pokemon, or at least it looks like it's got a bigger budget. It's an RPG where you raise monsters and battle them in turn-based combat. It looks like it's going to be excellent. Shame about the game key. Death Howl is releasing physically on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 early next year. Pre-orders seem to only be open on Silver Lining's website for the time being, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be more widely available in the future, if not by the time this video actually goes out. This is a Souls-like deck builder because, of course, what's Souls-like about it? Well, I think it's hard and enemies respawn after you have a rest. Despite the desperation to fit in with trends, it overall looks like it will be a pretty sweet game for all those who enjoy this genre. Psyvariar 3 was announced by Red Art Games. It's on PlayStation 5 with physical pre-orders opening right now. Extremely odd that they didn't announce a Switch version, but let's face it, it's just a matter of time. They know if they announce the Switch and PS5 at the same time, no one's gonna buy the PS5 version. Anyways, I'm not massively familiar with this shmup franchise, but it is a brand new entry, and what's given me hope is that it's being developed by Banana Bytes, who did Soft Star, which is one of my favorite modern indie shmups, so yes, something to look forward to. Nightmare the Lunatic. Now, a few of you may have pre-ordered the Japanese edition of this game, which is coming on the 4th of December. However, if you want a Western physical, you may want to cancel that pre-order since there was a belated announcement of a European and North American physical release on Switch and PlayStation 5 next year. Pre-orders have not opened yet, but I thought I'd mention it since, you may want to adjust your plans based on this new information. Now, Isekaijoucho had some pretty big news during the week. At least it's big news for them as a company, since they have opened a United States web store where you can buy their games directly from them. Now, you can also get them from VGP if you want to as well. At the minute, they've got 3 PlayStation 5 games, small indie titles which aren't exactly going to set sales alight, but for 20 bucks each, it's kind of tempting. They each have a deluxe edition too, which are quite similar to, the Play Asia exclusives they do. Just going to go through them quickly. Maiden Cops is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, decently well received on Steam. Oddly, this game isn't even on the Nintendo Switch in the West, but this is a PlayStation 5 release anyway. I just thought it was weird, but yeah, solid reviews, sold well on Steam for the type of game that it is. BIRDCAGE. This is a game that obviously wants to be Radiant Silvergun, and I admit it's definitely piqued my interest. It's a bit more stylized than most modern cheap indie shooters, but the game isn't out yet, so there are no reviews about it. It looks pretty good though. Cute 'em Up Collection is a double pack that contains Takotan, a Parodius-inspired side-scrolling cute 'em up, and Isekaijoucho, which is a vertical shooter. Neither have garnered much reputation or acclaim, but reviews that are out there are positive for them. As I said, you can get these and their deluxe editions at VGP or Isekaijoucho's website. I think you can get a triple pack there and save like $5, although VGP's free shipping was still turn out things better if you got all three, but it's up to you. Cheap and cheerful releases, not going to set the world alight, but I don't have anything bad to say about them. Alright, let's take a look at some recent import announcements. These are games that so far only have Asian or Japanese releases with English, but there's always time. Keep in mind, a Western physical could be announced at any point really. For these ones, you can order via Play Asia and get 5% off if you click my link and use the code Jordan2025. And quickly, if you're new here and you enjoy physical video games, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, okay? It will be the best thing you do today, I promise you. Back to the Dawn is releasing physically in Asian regions in March next year. So yeah, plenty of time for a potential Western physical release, but it's releasing physically on Switch and on Nintendo Switch 2 as a game key. This is a furry prison adventure, which sounds like some dodgy fanfic you'd see in the deepest, weirdest corners of the internet, but no, it's pretty serious. It's about crime, corruption, as you try to plan your escape, improve your strength, get to know people. It seems pretty cool, and reviews for the digital version are very good, so look forward to this one in March. Virtual Ties, Isekaijoucho, Musoukyoku, I've just balls that up, but I don't care. It looks like the blue moon has risen upon us once again this evening, because this is an entagram visual novel with English. Don't think, guys, the last time this happened, it was the Busty Nurses double pack. This one, well, the contents of its character are unknown, since this is going to be a brand new visual novel releasing next year in March. I am shocked the Japanese physical release will have English, but maybe Entagram are finally warming up to the idea that English might have enough profits for them. Fallen Legion Revenants Legendary Edition. This is kind of an interesting one because the game has been out in the West for quite a long time at this point. I think 2021 was the Western release, but this upcoming Asian release, this will actually be a bit better because according to the listing, this Asian edition, that will play in English by the way, will have the DLC on the cartridge. Nothing essential, of course, but if you're looking to pick this game up, it's now cheaper and better when it releases in late December on Nintendo Switch. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What is your favorite this episode? Let me know in the comments below alongside your thumbs up. That might help the video. Who knows? If you want to pre-order any of the games shown in this video, then please do so via the links. I thank you ever so much, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.